Hello everybody, welcome to Nintendo Expansion Pass here on Bossrush Games. I'm your host and lots excited ADV. Joining me is the one, the only bossman himself, Mr. Corey Dirrig. Hello, good sir.
Hello. Happy to be here today.
Yes. Thank you. Corey, we kind of have a topic that came from Discord. You want to let us know what the topic is?
Oh, I suppose it's from Stephanie. She says, what makes a good summer game? Do you tend to play more or less during the summer? Well, Ed, that is the topic. That's the topic of the show. Oh, whoa. Someone's excited.
Yes, please. I kind of do the same kind of gaming throughout the whole year. So for summer games, most of the time for like summer gaming, definitely with Nintendo, it's just like catching up on my backlog. And I this year I didn't do it because there's just been so many new games coming out.
There's too many games, man.
Yes. That like if we had like E3, like a real E3 and not the summer direct stuff, I would take every 2 weeks and play something in my backlog, and whatever I got to, like whether I finished the game or got to a certain point, I would do that one game just for those 2 weeks, and then the next 2 weeks is a new game, and I would do that for the summer. I started doing this a couple of years ago. And it used to just be all my backlog games, and not all of them are Nintendo at times, but lately it's going to be like a lot of Nintendo games that I got, even games that when I first got my Switch that I haven't finished yet, I tend to go back to and play. So like my summer gaming, it just doesn't stop year round or anything. I think what makes a good summer game, I think it's a title that you miss. You know, the like it's not a big major topic, or not everybody in the gaming community is talking about it. You get to it's be something that you could take your time with and everything. And it really doesn't matter if it's first party or indie game or even third party. It's just something that you actually get to go to and play and everything.
Yeah. I mean, what makes a good summer game for me? Hold on a second. My mouse died.
Oh no.
You got to plug it in. So
is it a wireless?
Yeah. So I mean, what makes a good a good summer game for me? Hold on. This is not working. Hold on. Time. Ed, vamp for a second.
So summer games, to let everybody know, it normally starts in June and goes into like the midweek of September once fall starts. For some people that includes when school starts also, which is kind of in August. For over the past years, and even for the NES and Super Nintendo days, when it came to summer games, it was like our backlog games. So you were playing Street Fighter or Super Metroid or some RPG that took a while and everything. You were playing games that you actually missed, or games that you was actually being able to go to a rental store and get. And games that you can hang out with, like Mortal Kombat 2 or NBA Jam and stuff. Like you were kind of doing some summer gaming, definitely with a lot of your friends, if you were able to have company at your house, or if you would go over their house. And for some people, for some neighborhoods, they had the borrow system, where kind of like everybody was there, like everybody was a library. So if I lent a game to Corey, he would lend me one of his games, and we would like play those games, and then we would finish them, hand back, and be like, "Did you enjoy it?" or anything, and we'll have that discussion. So that's kind of how summer games used to be back in the day and stuff.
Yeah. I I mean, back in the day, I had to plug in my mouse. We're good now, though. Back in the day, like, I mean, it was all about like, okay, well, if we wanted to play Genesis games, my friends would come over to my house, and if we wanted to play Super Nintendo games, I'd go over there, right? I mean, that was the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to say that like giving people my games, I would get others back, but like I would let people borrow games and then I would just never get them never get them back. So that was a thing. I just stopped giving people games. So uh one of the biggest one was Fantasy Star Online. I let my cousin borrow it and I never got it back.
Oh
Um
no.
yeah, and then I found out later he sold it for drugs, but that's a whole other debate.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's fine. Uh but yeah, I mean I would love to say like what makes a good summer. I think Pikmin's a great summer game, to be
Mm-hmm.
honest. It's kind
Yeah.
of I think Final Fantasy 16 is a terrible summer game, and not that the game is terrible. The game is actually, from what I played, is very good. It's just like it's coming out, man, when people are like on vacation or like trying to do other things, and I get that like everybody plays games year round, and like it's not just a thing, right? But like I think people want to spend time doing other things than playing games sometimes during the summer. Like, there's concerts, and at least around here, like obviously outdoor activities are not year round, right? We have we have
Mm-hmm.
winter where it snows and is cold and nobody wants to be outside.
Same
So,
here.
and it stays light out later, right? It stays light out till like, I don't know, 8, 9, 9:30 sometimes, right? In the middle of summer. So uh you want to be outside or doing something like that. And I say that as we just podcast every night, never really do anything. But it's one of those things. So I think something like Final Fantasy or Star Wars were like bad summer games. Although Star Wars, I guess, wasn't really a summer game. It was more April, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's my opinion. I think so. I think Pikmin is like probably the best summer game because like the days are like 15 minutes long maybe, and like you can play it in small chunks. You can, I mean, obviously the Switch, you can just turn off the console and then turn it back on and play and start right where you left off, right? So that's a pretty decent summer game, right?
I, I know for me, when it came to summer gaming, um, when I traveled a lot with my mom for vacation and stuff, the gaming took place in an arcade. So I was always trying to look for a mall, and if I found a mall and everything, and the mall in a different city in a different state is like was very adventurous to me. It was always good to go, and then to go look at their arcade and see what arcade games that mall had that we didn't have in our own city and
Mm-hmm.
everything. So because like Street Fighter One, I never played Street Fighter One until I visit a mall in Kentucky
Mm.
and everything. But like when I would go to Disneyland or because we will fly to California and everything, or I would go to St. Louis and go to the movie theater and see that they got some Japanese game I've never heard of or anything. It was always that excitement that I have for summer gaming and everything. There was never a particular game or genre or anything. It was just being able to see what does this place have that we don't. I didn't get to play any Neo Geo games until I literally went to Mississippi, and when Neo Geo was coming out with arcade cabinets, like I seen my EGM books talk about Neo Geo, but I never played one until I went to Mississippi. And the
Mm-hmm.
first game I played was Fatal Fury. And then when we started getting here, I started playing Metal Slug and Samurai Showdown. And that was kind of a new experience for me because I'm like, that was my first time playing a multi game cabinet in a
Mm-hmm.
sense.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then learning about Neo Geo. Like I've never had a want for a Neo Geo or anything, but it was kind of just like seeing that at arcades and getting that experience compared to seeing the Neo Geo and the electronic boutique and
Mhm.
seeing the $200 games and stuff and seeing the boxes be like, okay, like I'd rather pay my 25 cent or my token
Mhm.
during this, to play that and everything.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
and also summer gaming for me, the biggest one for summer games for me was like the E3. I
Yeah.
knew that it was happening, but if you were a kid and you were reading, whether you was collecting or subscribed to a magazine, EGM was the Bible in August because you were looking for all that got reported for E3. I once I started getting like allowance and stuff, I was buying like 4 video game magazines to get that E3 coverage and stuff.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I'm man. Summer for me was like when we go like on vacation and stuff, if we went during the summer, we usually went on vacation in like March and like November, and summer
Mm-hmm.
was full of like, I mean, we would take vacation sometimes in the summer, right? Like go to like Virginia Beach or something, and like there was arcades and stuff there. But like summer was mostly not tied to video games for me. And then like I played sports, so like a lot of the time it was like, oh, well, June's here, so we got camp, or July's here, we
Mm-hmm.
have a rigorous um what do you call it? Like endurance program. And then when August rolled around, we had 2 days. So like you really didn't want to do anything when you got home, really. Uh and then obviously like sports takes up a lot of time and life, and I missed a lot of games during that era as well, just for the sheer fact that I just didn't have time, and it was a lot of like Madden and trying to play GameCube games, and Halo was the big thing at the time, so like it was a very summer games were like a very experimental thing at the time too, where like I was trying a bunch of new things because my friends were playing them and online gaming was coming around, so that was interesting. And I remember when SOCOM was popular, but I couldn't play SOCOM because I didn't have a I didn't have a like a whatever you needed to play, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I forget if you needed like the thing or not, but it was really interesting. um so it's summer gaming was really weird for me until like I got older, and then I just started playing games at night, and it was just that's how summer gaming went. I I don't really know. I don't know, man. I also don't really think of games as like summer games or like,
Mm-hmm.
other games, I guess. Like it's just games are games, and like you just play them when you have time, I guess. And like I guess you seemingly have more time during the fall and the winter than you do in the summer, just based on like that type of thing. But I don't know. I don't know.
It's because summer for a lot of people, definitely just here in America, is the travel time. So you're thinking that people are going to be taking vacations. Work is going to seem little different, but people's schedules changing. Definitely if they got families and stuff. So gaming during that time for some people could be more easier to get into to catch up on stuff, or it may be a time that you can't get to it because so much traveling and everything, or going, like you said, going to concerts or hiking and stuff. And so you want to break away from your gaming cycle. Um, with it and everything. I literally remember that during the summer, uh and this happened a couple of years ago, that I, while still working and still while still doing vacations, I dedicated my time to play all three Gears games. So once I finished Gears 1, I hopped into Gears 2. And I got done with 2, I hopped into Gears 3. And I was just like, I finally got to play the trilogy because I didn't like the 360 um in this controller, but I played it on my Xbox One. After I got the remaster collection, I
Mm-hmm.
I played all three games, and I'm like, okay, now I understand why people love the Gear series. I'm like, the remaster
It's awesome.
version, yeah, I mean, it's a great game. Like, I'm not knocking it. I did have fun. I think it didn't bring me that excitement like the Mass Effect trilogy brought me. Um, but that was more of a Mass Effect was to understand BioWare. Gears was to understand what the Gear series was and everything.
Yeah, but
Um,
Mass Effect is so clearly different than Gears. I mean, I guess not
mhm.
necessarily 2 and 3 to an extent in terms of gameplay, but like, Mass Effect 1 was like, you have to talk about Jade Empire and Knights of the Republic to understand Mass Effect 1, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it was more real time than that, but not really. I mean, like, I remember the first time you tried to use a sniper rifle on Eden Prime, and like you were just kind of like, oh,
Oh goodness, the struggle of Mass Effect 1 Sniper.
oh my
I
god,
hated it.
man, Mass Effect 1, man, I love that game, but also Mass Effect 1 is rough to go back to. Let me tell you.
Yes. And I think definitely that was I can actually say the Mass Effect games was my first time, like I said, trying to understand Bioware. And I bought Bioware games in the past. Like, I own Knights of the Old Republic and Jade Empire. Like, I own all of that.
Hmm.
It was my first time actually doing like kind of a book club thing, not podcasting about it, but playing it with my friend. Like, I think he was playing the PC or Xbox version. I think he was playing the Xbox version. And I was playing the PlayStation 3 version. Because the Mass Effect trilogy had came out on
Hmm.
PS3, and I like download. That thing took 8 hours while I was still at TGI Fridays, uh eating and drinking and having my fun and
Hmm.
stuff. But like, I was playing that game, you know, like Mass Effect 1, playing that game and come back to my friend and be like, okay, I got to this part with this character. I'm not liking it though. I'm not getting it. And then I played Mass Effect 2. And the next day I seen them, I was just like, okay, my jaw is on the floor. I loved it. And it was literally, we were book clubbing and coming back at work, literally, instead of working, sneaking off somewhere for 45 minutes to talking about Mass Effect, the trilogy. And it's just like, I love this character. I love this scenario. I made this choice. What did you do? Like, it was such a bonding experience with my friend during that time
Hmm.
and stuff. And I think when I got to Gears and I got an optional opinion about it, the Gears trilogy, uh, it was mostly to see why did Gears One get this like 10 out of 10 from Shu from EGM. And then it was like, let me go with 2, let me go with 3. Okay, I understand stories and stuff, but it was just like, I could understand why people love this game because of the gunfights that they were doing and some of the kills. It wasn't so much the characters and everything. It was literally all these set pieces about that game. And
Hmm.
it was just dumb fun shooting and stuff, but done on a very professional and reasonable way and
Hmm.
stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So, man, Mass Effect, Gears, there's so many good games, man. I gotta say,
Yeah.
that era was like really full of new IP and innovation and just
Hmm.
kind of like really cool, interesting things. And like, I kind of miss that. um, Now, like, we're still getting new stuff, right? But like, man, Gears was so Gears was like what got me back into playing games, like
Hmm.
really playing games. You know, I mean, like I was playing Halo 2 in college and like playing a lot of GameCube stuff, right? Like, and God of War 2 was like pretty seminal, but like, man, Gears of War, man, that game was. I was obsessed. It was the first game I got all 1,000 achievement points in,
Ah,
and like,
nice.
man, I got the seriously achievement in that game where
Hmm.
like you had to get like 10,000 kills in multiplayer or whatever. And like, dude, I remember that being so hard because like you had to like it because the game mode, like you only had one life, right? And once all your
Yeah.
teammates were eliminated, you like another round would start, right? Like you didn't respawn. There was no team deathmatch in Gears 1. So it was like even harder to do that. And like there's all these like websites that would like track your kills for like there was a I forget what the website was called. It was like something like seriouslygears.com or something where like
Hmm.
you entered in your gamer tag and it told you how many kills were logged in your Gears 1 account or whatever. And like you couldn't do it in private matches either. You had to do it in like matchmaking multiplayer. And oh my gosh, dude, that achievement popped like a year and a half after I started playing that game, maybe 2 years after I started playing that game. It actually popped like Gears 2 had been announced, and I was really excited for Gears 2. And like I remember playing it, and I was like talking to my friend about Gears 2, and it popped, and I was like, dude, I just got the seriously achievement, and like it's a big moment. It's cool. So
Uh, and I remember the fastest game that I had beat in the summer was the Adams Family movie
oh
that
no,
came on Super Nintendo by Ocean. My mom got it for me on a Saturday. I was done with the game on a. She got me on the Saturday. I was done with the game on the Sunday, um, and during the summer. I won't count Mega Man 3 because I beat that the day of Christmas that I got it. Mega Man 3 didn't really take long to beat. Um, but then like Killzone 3, I remember beating that game in 3 days. No, I beat Killzone in 2 days. I remember I ran through the half of the whole game Saturday, went to work, came back, and finished the game like um because I had to work. I kind of had to do something in the morning and stuff. Um, finished that game literally at 12 a.m. that Sunday night. When I got off of work, and I was just like, "This is the fastest game that I have ever beaten." Like during the summer time, because I used to play my PlayStation 3 like as much as I played my Wii, I was playing PlayStation 3 a lot when it came to that generation of um 360 and PS3 games.
yeah,
Their HD era, I should say.
mhm.
Um
Yeah,
and
man,
yeah, that was very interesting to do. Like playing just playing random games for different systems during the summer uh and everything. It's always interesting. Like Ghost of Tsushima coming out for PS4. Like that was one of my most anticipated games and everything. And the game came out, think I I think I played it and finished it was Paper Mario Origami King came out that year too? I think it did.
the year of
Cause
well, Paper Mario came out the same year as Animal Crossing and Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity. So
was
it was the
Ghost of
year of the
Tsushima the
it was the year of the pandemic. So 2020, I want to say, was that?
Mhm.
I don't know when Ghost of Tsushima came out. Dude, I have not paid attention to PlayStation release dates in so long. Like just I can't tell you. I have no idea. I'm
Yeah,
I'm not a true gamer, Ed. I can't tell you.
oh no, I remember. Okay, Ghost of Tsushima is a 2020 action game.
Yeah,
Uh,
because it came out a month and a half after Last of Us 2, right? I think.
uh, released on PlayStation 4 July 17th, 2020. Yeah.
Yeah, because Last of Us was in June that year, right? So
Yes, because I did the review for Last of Us 2. Man, that was a crazy year. To go through the Last of Us Part 2. Yep, that was 2020. June 19th.
yeah.
For the
Hmm.
Last of Us Part 2. Um,
Hmm.
going through that game. Um, and I think that's why I said like I prefer like when it comes to the Last of Us series, I think part two, even though as long as it is way better than the first one. But then Ghost of Tsushima was just so good. that um that game is just amazing. And just looking at that game in motion, like I think ever okay, so Paper Mario the Origami King was 2020.
Hmm.
Um Oh, that came on July 17th also. So I did Paper Mario and Ghost of Tsushima
Yeah,
together.
yeah. Oh, man, I wonder what the most iconic summer games are. Should look that up. That seems like something that we
Oh,
should probably be talking about.
man, I
Most
for me
iconic summer
for
video.
me it for me I don't know if this was released, but I mean NBA Jam on Super Nintendo was a big one for me. Um Super Metroid was a big one. Uh and Street Fighter 2 was a big one. And I think that because I played those at my grandma's house because my cousin was living there, um, staying there for the summer. But I don't know if those games actually released in the summer.
Hmm. I man, I can't. It's all Summer Game Fest announcements. I just want to know what games came out in the summer.
Let's see.
I don't know. Uh, Summer games, video. Okay, summer games. Okay, nope, that's the actual video game summer games. Okay. I hate this so much.
Okay.
Um, yeah, what was like, man, remember when Animal Crossing and Doom came out together? That was fun.
That's yeah.
I mean, that was March, but still, it was fun.
It, I think that was a day that everybody was just like, we got something cute and something like very killable, colorful and stuff. Um, and it was just, of course, Animal Crossing. So more than Doom Eternal, um, it was a game that I think people both enjoyed getting.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Um, what else, man? I mean, I guess like Nintendo had a killer summer in 2017, right? I mean,
mhm.
count like Splatoon and Arms and Mario Rabbids and what was that? What was their September game that year? They had so many games that year. That was a great year for games for Nintendo for summer. I would I would try to name some Xbox summer games, but they haven't really released any games in the summer. um, so
And
yeah,
you didn't. I wonder, like, because I'm now trying to look up like video game movies in the summer also. Because I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Animated movie was during one of the summer. I think a lot of the Pokemon movies were also during the summer.
yeah,
At times. Um, I don't know if Mortal Kombat was a summer movie.
yeah.
And
I don't know. I man, some man movies, man. There's a lot of summer movies too, man. There's a lot of movies out right now. I'm still struggling to find like video games released during the summer. Oh my gosh, dude. Why there has to be like some sort of like best summer games.
List. Yeah.
Why is this not a thing? There you go, guys. There's your Boss Rush banter or list or editorial or whatever you want to call it. You can have that one for free. So, video game releases of summer 2015. Let's look at this list. Move. Okay. There is no games listed here. Great. Thank you. This is terrible. Okay. This is great radio, by the way. I hope everybody's enjoying our just really really iconic show here.
So
I mean,
Mortal Kombat.
Here's the thing. I remember I'm going back to old games, right? Summers were like a lot of summers were filled of like people coming over and spending the night and us having like we had a Nintendo 64 hooked up over here and a Dreamcast over here and like Genesis over here, and we'd bring TVs in and order pizza, and we'd all just be playing games like GoldenEye or Mario Kart or Tony Hawk on Dreamcast or NBA 2K. And that was like super fun, man. Nights that you would just get together and get pizza. Oh my gosh, man, pizza, man! I gotta tell you, getting really bad Domino's pizza and just shoving a whole pizza in your mouth.
Dude.
Yeah.
So we didn't do pizza night and stuff, but we would do adult beverages at my friend's house doing GoldenEye, playing The World Is Not Enough on N60 on GameCube. We would do Mario Kart Double Dashes. This is when I started working at JCPenney outlet, like in the early 2000s. Like I was hanging out with my friends and stuff, and Friday night gaming at his house was the best because we would go upstairs, kind of close to his room and attic, and we would do all of that gaming. We watched like 8 Mile on there and stuff. Like his was the spot, and then I remember we all had a real serious conversation when a certain event happened in September. And it was just such a deep such a deep discussion and everything. But like playing Halo for LAN parties and stuff, like that was like, and I didn't love Halo at all. I thought Halo was just a mess, but I started enjoying it because of the multiplayer. But it was just like, it was because we were playing that split screen during the summer and everything. And I did eventually get my Xbox, and I still don't like the first Halo. I'm sorry, I just don't like it. But I love Halo 5 and Infinite.
It hasn't aged well, right? I mean, the first one, like, it's iconic, but it's also like, it's Xbox's time and place thing, right? Like, yes, it's like the Mario 64 or the Final Fantasy 7 or the Ocarina of Time of that system, right? Where like it was so iconic at the time, it was so important to console first person shooters. It's so like that game was so important in the storytelling of video game, like in shooters, and like it created this iconic character that Xbox still uses as their mascot today, right? Like Master Chief is literally Xbox's Mario. But man, that first game is really rough to go back to.
Right, and I agree with you. It really was iconic. It revolutionized the first person shooter. It's a game that sold Xbox. And like it was the Friday game. Like if you weren't doing World of Warcraft or you weren't doing Mario Kart Double Dash or anything, or wrestling games or whatever, or sports games, when it came to shooters, multiplayer and stuff, definitely for console players, Halo was the game. You had to have Halo in your house. And it was always it wasn't about skill. It literally was just about playing with other people and laughing at the unexpected kills that you were getting. Like if you were getting killed, you were laughing because you didn't expect it, and it didn't come. It wasn't about competition. It was just that enjoyment of playing that game with other players, literally by you, and just laughing and talking to me like, "Oh man, I can't believe you got me on there." Just and they'd be like, "Wait, where were you at? Where you hiding?" And then they'll reveal where they was hiding, and you think you can learn that spot, but they have other spots and everything. Like I do not like sniping in Halo. My friend, he's one of the best Halo snipers, and it always felt like a Three Stooges comedy to me because when you got hit with a sniping gun, uh, your energy shield was gone and have your energy was depleted, and I will run away like like a Benny Hill ending, like just run away real fast, and then my friend would be like, "Oh, I got you," and then he'll snipe me, and then I'll be like, dang, Navin, how did you hit me 2 times? I was trying to dip off and everything. And he would literally trap me to kill me. But that was like the summer gaming with Halo. Like, that was the fun I was having.
Yeah, I mean, Halo was how I learned about LAN parties too. You know, like we would all take our Xbox. I mean, there was a point. This was ridiculous. Like everybody took their Xboxes over. We had 2 full. This was at our friend's house, and we had like they probably ordered like 30 pizzas for us and like wings and stuff. It was this big party, but like we all took our Xboxes. Most of us took TVs, and we had 2 full 8-on-8 games going. And like
Dude.
one side of the room was the team that lost. The 2 teams that lost were on this side of the room, and the 2 teams that won were on this side of the room, and we were all connected in a LAN party. And like, dude, there was so much Mountain Dew. I swear we were drowning in Mountain Dew and pizza and like JoJo's and like just all kinds of food. And it was like, oh my gosh, it was so cool and so fun.
Friday summer gaming was the night that you was bonding with your boys or you was having a time out with your girls. And when it like if you wasn't a club person or anything, and you was a gamer, you were spending Friday nights doing that. And then of course you had Saturday, Sunday, whether it was working or not or whatever. But that Friday night was the time to be like, I'm not thinking about work. I get to hang out with my peeps and we get to get some good gaming in. And I think the modern era was like the Xbox, GameCube, PlayStation 2, like that era of gaming. Like I think that was one of the best times to be doing summer games and stuff across all platforms. Even with Nintendo on the GameCube and stuff. Like like you had those Smash battles. You had that Mario Kart and stuff. Or Four Swords. Like you were having that time and everything with other people definitely during the summer. And then like I could actually just say this, like I love watching E3 with you, Corey, back in the day. When we was doing it on Nerds Gone Rogue and everything. And it's just like we're taking time off from work or whatever. So we could watch the presentations and do content and stuff. And it was just like, this is something that I always wanted to do. I wanted to watch E3 with other people and talk about it. And that we did that for a couple of summers and everything.
Yeah. Man. Oh, Ed, I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
What is your favorite game? Your favorite game, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Your favorite game that makes you think of summertime. Not necessarily a summer game, but that makes you think of summertime.
I can actually, okay, everybody.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
No, it's really roller coaster. It's really roller coaster tycoon 1 and 3,
Hmm.
because summertime for me is I love going to Six Flags. It's the getting on those roller coasters and like and watch and like just I during the summertime when like YouTube really was popping off and everything, I would watch just roller coaster videos all the time. When I went to Six Flags and still go to Six Flags and get on those roller coasters, it's that rush, it's that thrill. So when Roller Coaster Tycoon came out and my mom had her computer, her Dell computer, I was playing that game. And then when I got my own computer and brought Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, I was making my own roller coasters because that's what I love. And which is funny also, Corey, that you would think that because I love trains. I love looking at trains. My mom took me to a train museum as a kid during the summer. Like I literally love trains, but I don't play no train sims or something or anything. If I get stopped by a train and I'm parking my car, I'm just watching it because I want to see the graffiti that's on it. When I go to Chicago and I hop on the train, it feels so good and everything. Doing my gaming and stuff like that. But like a game that makes me think of summer is literally Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 and 3.
Yeah. You're missing two, man.
I never played two.
I mean, it's literally one with the Six Flags license. So that's all it is. It might as
Oh wow.
it might as well just been like an expansion to one, because it was literally just one with the Six
Uh-huh.
Flags license, and like a lot of the pre-made roller coasters were Six Flags roller coasters, and like you could use Six Flags like assets and stuff. Uh, but it was the same as one. So
Yeah. Anytime I think of summer, it's literally just Roller Coaster Tycoon. Um because like everything else was just like besides like catching up on backlog games and stuff, when I think of summer, I think of Roller Coaster Tycoon. Because like I'm I'm planning to do a trip uh in August to go to Six Flags um and everything. Cause I don't know if they got a new roller coaster or anything, but I know kids will be going back to school and the park party was still open, so don't have to really do no long wait times. But like I want to get on Raging Bull and Superman and all of that. Like I want to feel that rush again um for it. So yeah, Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 and 3 for me.
nice, cool. Ah, man, Roller Coaster Tycoon is a good one though, man.
So good. I'm
Such a
mad
good
that
one.
the Switch version is not up to
Oh my gosh,
snuff.
dude. I just I just want a good port of Roller Coaster Tycoon 1. Is that so hard to ask for, everybody? Like, I know I could sit here and play. I could load my computer up into Boot Camp and load Windows and play it.
Mhm.
I don't want to do that, man. I just want a nice port on a console that I own. Why is it not backwards compatible on Xbox? Like, the first one was on Xbox.
I don't. When you told me that, I'm like, wait, what? It was? Did
Yeah.
not know that at all. Was it 360?
No, the original Xbox. Roller
Really?
Coaster Tycoon Xbox.
Probably because I was playing the PC version. I didn't pay attention that it came to Xbox.
Hmm. Yeah, it was. Let's see. Yeah, it was ported by, no, not Roller Coaster Tycoon for Nintendo Switch. Wait, what's this? No, that's not it. That's not it. Jerks. Um yeah, man. The original Roller Coaster Tycoon, um it's only $30 on Amazon for Xbox. Brand new. Maybe I'll maybe I'll get it. Um yeah, man, it was where is the I'm trying to find the stats. Anyways, yeah, man, it was for Xbox, man, and it was really something. It worked too. I mean, it wasn't as good as the PC version was, but
Mm.
just because doing the building and stuff with the joysticks was not wonderful.
I remember EA did a roller coaster game, like a theme park. I think it's called Theme Park for Super Nintendo. Ugh, did not like that game at all.
Yeah, and then like Theme Park and Thrillville for PS1. I have something on Dreamcast called Coaster Works where you don't build your own theme park, but you get to build your own roller coasters and then ride them, which was fun. But yeah, man. I remember when I got that game, I was so excited, and then I found out all you could do was build roller coasters, and just one type of roller coaster is just like a normal steel roller coaster, not even a wooden roller coaster or like a.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's just one roller coaster that you could build.
Oh, maybe that's why you're so good at being organized and stuff, because you're good at Roller Coaster Tycoon 1. I was always like about to go broke in my park, and somehow I had to destroy my whole park just to have money and to be like, I gotta restart this game because I don't know what the heck I did wrong.
No,
and
man.
here you are.
The first thing you do, right? The first thing you do, okay, is you take out the maximum loan that you need to take out. Okay, you build like these tiny rides, okay, up front at the front of the park. You build a ton of like restaurants and stuff kind of lining the park opening of the park, and then people will buy food and then they'll go ride some rides, and you start charging more and more for your theme park, and then you start buying you start using your loan to purchase the ad campaigns, the 6-week ad campaigns for like half price ice cream, or half price entrance to the park, or if you're a really awful person, you start charging per ride, and you're like half off the roller coaster. And like that's what you got to do, man. You got to spend money to make money, and that's how you do it. That's the cheat code, man.
I've never charged for land. I never charged for the rides because I was like kind of like Six Flags in it. Like I would charge for the food and I would charge for the entrance. But then I realized that I got to pay the janitors because they would like throw up off the rides, and the janitors never stood in the one place to pick up the throw up and everything. I'm like, oh crap. So I mean, there was a day that I made to go, and actually to tell you, Corey, I didn't know that you could get a loan in that game, or you could do ad stuff. Did not know. In the first Roller Coaster Tycoon, did not know any of that. I literally was just building rides and charging it.
Yeah, it's fun. Man, Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 is so fun. I love it.
It is.
So,
well, Corey, I think that's going to be it about summer gaming and summer games that we played, reminisced, talked about. I mentioned Mortal Kombat 1 that was in August and everything. We didn't really get into summer movies with video games and stuff. Because there's not like kind of a big list, but like Mortal Kombat definitely was a big one in it. So
yeah. Well, summer games. Summer breeze.
Oh, I hear that at every store that I have worked in. That's so cool. Like, who sings this song? Why am I hearing it? But everybody, have a great week. Have a great weekend. Hopefully, you are enjoying the summer and you're doing some great gaming in this era, or in this time, I should say. But everybody, we'll see you next time on Nintendo Expansion Pass. Bye, everybody.
Bye. If you want to be a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/bossrushmedia and find out which tier is right for you. Our Patreon producers at the $5 tier or higher for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., Sana Dirrig, Francisco Santillan, and Rebecca Jewell. Thank you for your continued support.
Nintendo Expansion Pass is part of Nintendo Power Block and is a product of Boss Rush Media LLC. The show is recorded from our headquarters in Akron, Ohio, and is hosted by me, Edward Varnell. My co-host is Corey Dirrig. You can find Corey at I Am Corey in HD on Twitter and Instagram, as well as hosting the Boss Rush Podcast and Tower Casuals, the Destiny Podcast. Follow Expansion Pass as part of Nintendo Power Block and on all social media platforms at Power Block Podcast. You can also follow Boss Rush Media and Boss Rush Network on all major social media platforms. Join the Boss Rush Network Discord and Facebook groups to interact with other friends and fans. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.